Additional attribute data may be stored outside the SBAS local database in different feature classes. Contents from supplemental databases can be related to SBAS using tool 3C, create relationships to SBAS features. So in this example, we have a feature class called Lake Erie Additional Data. This feature class does not have a littoral cell ID, but it does have a few extra attributes that we might want to see alongside our sediment budget. Let me just move this up just so you can see that this is the same geometry as our littoral cells. So we have a separate data set, in this case our additional data set, that has the same footprint as our current alternative cells, but it has a little bit different data. And we want to be able to relate the data set to our sediment budget. So we're going to go ahead and first use tool 3C, create relationship to SBAS features. And I'm going to relate this to my cell feature class since that matches the footprint. And we are going to relate it to our Lake Erie additional data. So what's going on behind the scenes is that SBAS2020 is comparing the footprints of both the data sets and creating a database ID and relating the two feature data sets together. So in the future, if you want to see all of your data together, you have a compared database ID that you can do a simple table join. And we'll do that in our next example. We'll just let this finish processing. So now that it's finished processing, you can see from our attribute table in our additional data set that it has added an additional field called littoral cell ID FK, which basically means the foreign key to our littoral cell, and it has the correct identification number. So if we want to relate this information to our current cells layer, so if you want to see extra information right alongside your sediment budget information, we can then use tool 3D to show related SBAS attributes. So we're going to go ahead and choose our cell layer, our newly modified additional data set, and we're just going to create a layer file. This is just a permanent LYR file that is going to retain that database relationship. So it's making a relationship for you, joining the two items together. Let me just close these two attribute tables and now open up this data layer for you. So now we will see all of the fields that are currently available in our SBAS feature class, but we are also seeing these additional fields, our local PSE, our prop cost, right next to our sediment budget data.